dog? It's Tuesday and I messed up. I totally messed up. I thought on my secondary account I could go live, but I just looked it up. I have to wait 30 days. The account is not 30 days old until I can do that. So the feature is there, but I tried to press the live button and it was like, nope, you cannot. And I was like, dang it. I didn't know that. So welcome. Come in. It's Tuesday at noon. My name is Kim Ballum, and every Tuesday at noon I go live and talk about how I learned how to, as a busy mom, as a regular person, how I learned how to establish another stream of income. So that has been very significant to our family and in very, very minimal time. So I just want to say hello, welcome. I see some of you are starting to hop on here. And I just want to let you know that at any time you can drop a question right here in the comment box. I'm happy to answer them. If you are somebody who is more of a silent watcher, you can always DM me your questions. You can get to my DMs by clicking up here on my profile. First of all, make sure you're following me because I, in the last 2 years, have seen some significant success earning money this way, and it's completely changed our family life. It's completely changed generational wealth for us, and it's just because I learned how to do what's called affiliate marketing. I'm not an influencer. I am a nurse. I'm just a regular mom. I am literally a hot mess express. I guarantee I'm more of a hot mess than you are. I just am a clumsy person. And I just knew that being a nurse, working 50 plus hours a week in a corporate grind was just going to continue to burn me out. So I was looking for ways online to work remote or find a side hustle that wouldn't take me more time. And so, I want to talk to you today about affiliate marketing. So again, I see you all. If you're brand new here, never seen me, can you comment new, N-E-W, in the box here? I do post this recording to my page. So if you're watching the recording, you can interact with this as well. So any prompts or comments that I ask you to reply, they will work the same. So you can drop them in the replay video as well. And I post that replay video right after this live is done. It just takes a few moments to generate it and stick a caption in it. So again, my name is Kim Ballum and I am an affiliate marketer. I'm a nurse turned digital marketer. And I essentially now earn 5 figures a month consistently by working 1 to 2 hours a day from my phone. And again, it's a side hustle that I learned how to do by just learning new skills. I had no idea what any of these skills were. And now I've helped thousands of people get started. And if you're just hopping on, I do have a secondary account. It's Rise Up Revenue Kim, and I planned to go live over there on the secondary account because this account unfortunately has some restrictions, and I am not eligible to go live on that account for a few more days. You have to have the account for 30 days before you can go live, and I just set it up last week. Okay. I do have a free training that I'm going to talk about, and at any given time you can comment Rise Up to get the link to watch that training. So it's RISE space UP, and the link will go right to your DMs or your direct messages, and you can watch that at any given time. And so I just want to talk a little bit about affiliate marketing, and then if you have questions, I'm happy to answer any questions. So again, just a little bit of background on me. I'm a 41-year-old mom from Michigan. I'm a nurse. I feel like I'm a regular, everyday person. I have 2 kids, and I was working 50 hours a week in the corporate hospitals, doing a very normal life, just day in and day out, going and working my 10-hour days, and feeling very stretched, very burned out as my kids aged. And I knew I needed to find something that was going to pay similar and not require as much as my time if I wanted to enjoy time with my children as they were growing up. And so I started looking for ways to earn online, and I originally thought that was going to have to be something related to nursing. I did not know that there's these online opportunities available that are quite simple to set up to earn income that don't require a lot of time. And so I stumbled across what's called affiliate marketing, and you may have seen some of these affiliate marketers online, and they're saying, these other women online saying, I make a lot of money. I've made 5 figures this month, 6 figures this year, whatever it is, doing this. And you're like, okay, they're influencers, or you assume it's not for you. The one thing I will tell you is the only person that cannot be an affiliate marketer is somebody without Wi-Fi. That is the only person. It does not matter how many followers you have. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter your tech skills. As long as you're willing to learn and stay consistent, you can do this. If you can post on social media, you'll be just fine. And even if I never really posted a reel or a video, I definitely never went live, and you don't have to do that. I just choose to on social media. It's a very learnable skill, very, very learnable. So affiliate marketing. So for example, when you see the videos, you see them all the time, and a lot of people already do affiliate marketing. They just don't get paid for it. So when you see somebody online and they show you a product, the Amazon fashion girls who show you their new outfit for spring or for Easter. I'm looking for a product. Or I just got these today from Amazon. I just got these sticky notes today. If I'm like, hey, these sticky notes, and I explain these sticky notes, or they tell you, or maybe like a little home decor thing, this like hobnob glass that I got from Amazon, and here's the link. Here's the link to go purchase that product. When the product does not cost any more to anybody, when somebody purchases on that link, or when somebody clicks on that link and purchases that product, the person whose link it is earns a commission. And so that process is called affiliate marketing, combined with social media, where there's billions of users, is insanely lucrative and insanely powerful. And it's been around since 1989. It's not new. It's not going anywhere. It's not oversaturated. And the reason it's not oversaturated is because there's about 1 trillion different ways for you to do it. And most people don't think it's possible. Most people think when they come to social media and somebody's getting paid from social media, it's by views and likes and comments or whatever, and that's not true. So this account has 176,000 followers, and I get a lot of views, I get a lot of comments and likes. I don't get paid but a couple dollars from the social media platform for that. I get paid from being an affiliate marketer by recommending products that I love and sharing them with people who can benefit from them. So there's a little bit more to affiliate marketing than just throwing links around the internet. And this process, this like business model, if you will, is what makes it lucrative. It's what makes it impossible to be oversaturated. So you start with a niche. So you don't want to just throw every link ever imaginable all over social media. You won't get anywhere that way. Maybe a couple sales here and there. But when you show up and you say, I want to help these people with this thing, then you share those products that fit within that niche and target audience, and you consistently show up and post consistently, whether that be once a day, twice a day, whether that be every other day. You will see that because you're helping people solve a problem, even though it's with a product that can solve their problem, you will find that those videos will do really well. Lots of people, you see it all the time, you just haven't realized it. Like when people show up, when the women show up and they share their outfits, and like, I got this blouse from here and I got these jeans from here. When they show up and they say, hello, yes. When they say like, here are these outfits, and when you go click and look in their profile, look in their links, or you grab their links and you go purchase that, you see there's thousands and thousands of people doing the same thing. So that adds up very, very quickly. So I have a course that you can watch for free, and it outlines these exact details on how I got started. I have a 5-step method that I recommend to get started with, and I put it in a course that you can watch. And to grab that course, you just have to comment Rise Up, RISE space UP in the comment box, and to your DMs will go the free course, a link to go watch the free course. And so a lot of people will have very, very commonly asked questions, and I'm going to address those. But if you have anything in addition, feel free to drop them here. I don't stray away from answering any questions. I'm a God-fearing person, so I fully believe in coming to this space and helping people with this. And whatever questions you have, I will answer. And sometimes my answer is because people want to know how much money can I make and how quickly. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you, if you are in dire need of money and don't have a job, this is not for you right now. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not here to convince you it's for you. I'm here to help you if you're ready to get started. But I started this when I was working a full-time job. So yes, it's totally possible to get it started if you're working a full-time job. It's totally possible to do it and work a full-time job, if you love your job, whatever it might be. But I had that job essentially support me while I was doing this until I no longer needed that. And I recommend having that because I wasn't ever panicking that I needed an income during the time frame where I wasn't making any money from this. So, and I will say too, I realize I'm not the only person on social media doing this, but I will just say, because I care about people, if somebody's telling you I can make you rich quick, please, 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 that's a huge red flag. Just exit out stage left, okay? All right, and again, my free course you can grab by commenting Rise Up, RISE space UP, and then you can always ask questions, and be sure to follow me here. I also have a secondary account, Rise Up Revenue Kim, spelled exactly like that. All small letters. Be careful, people do try to impersonate, but I will respond with an audio message sounding just like this Midwest nasally accent that I have. If you ever are in question. And the only thing that I do is show you how to do affiliate marketing. So let's talk about some of the frequently asked questions about affiliate marketing. First thing, people are how quickly can I make money with this? I don't know, because I don't know you. A lot of people will get started and they won't do anything with it. So they'll come to me, they'll grab my masterclass, they'll get started learning how to do it, and then nothing. They don't implement anything. They don't start a new social media account. They don't do anything with it. So if I had to provide you with an average, I have to include them in there, right? So it's $0, right? But if you show up, so 2 years ago I got started, I think it's been 2.5 now, November of 2022. I took a while to learn. Again, I was working 50 hours a week then. So I only had 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening to work on this. And so I just slowly chipped away at it. And I finally launched online in February, a few months later. You can go much faster than that. I don't know what I was waiting for, because my biggest regret is not starting sooner. So I launched online, and in a few days, I made a few bucks. $2, but it was hot dog $2. So, and then it was several months later, I was making multiple 4 figures a month. Now, I can't say that's going to occur for you again, because there's so much human factor behind that. But what I can say is, if you don't get started and if you don't stay consistent, you won't see results. The only people who don't see results are the people who don't do it and the people who quit. So it's one of those things that it's just a matter of time. Okay, so I answered that question. How quickly can I see my money? And I find too, it really, really helps when you just show up not thinking of the money, just show up happy to help people and genuinely helping people. And I find it just happens, right? Because people want to come to you and you're assisting them with something. And so it's a secondary effect of doing this. Another thing I get asked very, very commonly, and I totally get, is do I have to show my face? Because I don't want my friends and family to know I'm doing this. And first of all, no, you don't have to show your face. In fact, we talk about how to do what's called faceless marketing, and you probably see it all over social media already. You're just now that I've pointed it out, you're going to be like, oh, that's faceless marketing. When somebody's not showing their face, when they're showing Amazon products. I see it all the time. I just saw one today where it was somebody in Target and she was showing, and I know it was a she because she had her nails done and I saw her hand, but that's all I saw. She showed a new beach chair that has a hole that you can like lift up the pillow and you can put your face in the hole so you can like read a book, right? When you're laying on your stomach, when you're laying in the sun. So that's all she showed was the chair, and then she showed how it worked. And all I saw was her hand and her beautiful nails. That's faceless marketing. Now, and it's all over the place and it's very lucrative. So you don't have to show your face. Now, with that being said, I know I was nervous about that. You're not using your personal social media accounts. So your blocker FSU said, you saw that Target chair? Yes. I was like, I feel like I need one of those. And that's the power of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm always sitting in the chair and I'm like up on my elbows reading that book. And then like my shoulders go numb. So that's like the power of affiliate marketing right there. If you were to comment whatever her keyword was or go to her bio and grab that link, she's going to earn a commission. That's affiliate marketing. It's the same thing as your friend coming over and being like, hot dang, I love that sun chair. Where'd you get it from? And you're like, oh, here, I'll send you the link to it. And she buys it, but you're not getting paid for it. So it's the same thing. Okay. So back to like, do I have to, like, am I going to be marketing to my friends and family? So essentially, no, you're starting a brand new social media account, 0 followers. You do not need a single follower to start this. We're not influencers. There's nothing wrong with influencers. We're just not. We're content creators and we're affiliate marketers. So you are going to start a brand new social media account from 0, and you're just going to start showing up with the videos that are with the products that are going to help people. And eventually, because the algorithm works by what's called SEO or search engine optimization, you keep talking about that niche that we talked about earlier. And if you just joined, make sure to watch the replay. I posted on my page. As long as you show up and talk about that niche and whatever people are going to search in that target audience, your videos are going to start getting seen by people. And it's not about views. It's not about followers. It's not about those broad numbers. Those are great. There's billions of people that are in your target audience, believe it or not. It's about finding those people. So I have people who will say like, oh, you have to be an influencer. And I'm like, funny you say that, because influencers actually don't make that much money. There's influencers that do, but affiliate marketers make far more money than them because we've targeted our ideal audience. And influencers just show up for people to just watch. And so you're watching and you're not necessarily there to purchase something. So whereas affiliate marketers, we show up with products every single day. So that psychology and human nature is she's going to show me a product. And if it hits, it hits. And so anyways, you're not using your personal social media account. And if you fear judgment from somebody, when you set up that social media account, go search their name in that account and block them. I did it. I'm not afraid to say it. I did it. And I just started that secondary account and I did it again. Because if somebody's going to hold me back from achieving generational wealth for my family, shame on me for allowing that to happen. But second of all, like, just block them and we're going to move on so I can just show up and help people at the end of the day. Okay, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the comments box. I'm happy to answer them. And then if you want my free course on how to start the dang thing that anybody can do, unless you don't have Wi-Fi, comment RISE UP, RISE space UP, and the link to watch that free course is going to go to your DMs, your direct messages. And you can always, if you're like a silent viewer, you can always go to my page up here and DM me, and I don't mind answering any questions that you have. Okay, another thing people ask me a lot is, what about taxes? So every company that you're an affiliate for is going to pay you as a 1099 independent contractor. Now, I am not a tax person. I'm not even good at math. Like, my son is in 4th grade and I'm capped out. Forget it. Not to mention it's totally different than when I was in school. But You are going to get a 1099 and taxes are not taken out of those. And at first I was annoyed by that because I'm illiterate when it comes to math and finances. And it's actually a really good thing. And if you know, you know, because that gives you the opportunity to invest back into your business. And what you're investing in your little affiliate marketing business is you're able to do write-offs, like fun things. Every time my family and I go out to eat, we talk about business, even if it's for a few seconds, and then we write that off. These sticky notes that I just bought, we're going to write that off. This office that my husband remodeled, and made super, super beautiful, we wrote that off because I work right here. This is my office. So many fun things. We wrote off most of our Disney trip because I put it up here. It's content. And so many things can be written off, and it's such a blessing. And so that mitigates some of the taxes that you have to pay. Yes, you still have to pay taxes. Okay. And then another thing people ask, is this like some kind of Ponzi pyramid, MLM, social networking? And the answer is no, no, and no. Excuse me, I have the hiccups all of a sudden. It's a single level marketing model. So it's just you. And I personally, I've never been in any of those other things. So I'm not throwing shade at them. I've never done them. And I tend to swing more introverted. So I'm not sure I would enjoy or love like team calls and building a team, or leading a team. So I personally love this model because it's just me in this business, which is a scary term to say, but that's what it is. It's just me. And I call the shots. So I call exactly what I want it to look like. I call exactly who I want to help. I call the exact products that I want to recommend to people and the companies that I want to work with. And that's it. I call everything, and nobody else works under me, for me, or anything like that. So I get that question a lot, and I totally get it because I am an affiliate marketer. And what I do right here is called the wealth niche, or showing you how to make money or earn wealth through affiliate marketing. So like I said, I'm completely God-fearing woman, completely transparent. When I show you the video, I'm going to show you a course that's $5. It's the exact way that I learned how to make money online through affiliate marketing. I did not come up with any of this. Believe me, you wouldn't have wanted me to. I learned from the experts, and I'm going to show you how I did that and what I recommend. So if you purchase that 5-day challenge for $5, I would earn a commission, albeit it's small, but this is affiliate marketing. But if you purchase that challenge, you're not like under me or on my team or anything like that. You're going to get started, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose what niche you want to do. So a niche is something like a category that you want to like work within. So there's like endless amounts of niches. And I actually have a guide of like how to choose a niche. I just finished last night. I was so proud of myself, but I don't know why I haven't had that for the last couple of years, but like if you think beauty, fashion, outdoors, like camping, I'm drawing a blank, but the possibility and the amount of niches is absolutely endless. Travel's a big one. Health, wealth, relationships. Like there's a lot of moms that come online and they show like kids toys, kids products, food and recipes, home decor. Like it goes cleaning products, organization, storage. Like I could go on and on and on, right? You can make anything a niche. If there are products involved, you can monetize that in the online space. So essentially you're helping people solve a problem with your product. And when I say problem, it's not necessarily like something bad. It's like a gap that they have, whereas like, oh, that storage solution will really help me out. And so essentially when you that's the first thing you're going to do is choose your niche. You're not going to, like, if you buy that 5-day challenge, you're not going to be like, oh, under her, and like, I'm not going to be your boss or anything like that. You choose exactly how you want this to look and who you want to help, and you get started. So essentially it would be like if I was promoting or recommending like Cesar Millan's dog training course. Like, this is how I learned how to train my dog. And then showed you, like, here, click here, here's the link. You know what I mean? Okay. So again, got a quiet crew today. Feel free to drop any questions that you have right here in this comments box. And then my free course you can grab and watch all by commenting Rise Up, RISE space UP, and it will go right to your DMs. And then also be sure to follow me, because I know this is something that I watched other people do for a while, several months. And then I finally was like, okay, so if I can do this in my spare time, I basically like bought my time back. So I was able to quit the corporate job. I make 5 figures a month now doing this. And I was able to completely leave. So it wasn't overnight. So at one point I went back to, part-time, and then I did that for a while, and then I got fired from that job, which was a huge blessing because I was on a contract there, and I was not going to renew that contract at the end of it because I was doing well in this business, but I got canned. So then I was like, okay, and I was just able to do this, and since then I've been able to just do this. Mary Stover said, the free course is great. Ready to try the 5-day challenge. Thank you, Mary. That's like so kind. I really appreciate that. 5-day challenge blew my mind. Which reminds me, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to talk about when I took the 5-day challenge. First of all, it was called something else because it was 2.5 years ago, but it's a 5-day challenge. It's $5. The first course was not even about like, oh, this is how you set up affiliate marketing, because we are in a society naturally, and I'm not throwing any shade. This is just as objective as possible. We are in a society where it's go to school, get a good paying job, and do that and work hard until retirement. So in your 60s, right? Whereas I'm 40 and I work 1 to 2 hours a day, and I have time freedom, and I've made more than I ever have. I wasn't sure if the Amazon truck was here again. But oh gosh, what was I saying? Okay, so and we're in that hamster wheel, right? And think about it for a second. Think about some of the people who are the most wealthy. They're not doing that. It's not that they didn't go to school. It's not that they never had a corporate job. It's just that they don't do that grind. They're not wealthy from that grind. And so your mindset, that mindset is, again, objectively, a poor mindset. That mindset is meant to keep you grinding and poor. It's never going to get you super far ahead. People who get super far ahead and are in the corporate rat races are typically those who gain an inheritance or a large sum of money at one point. And that does happen, right? Generational wealth gets passed down as people pass on. But it's not from the corporate rat race. I know a lot of people who are getting ready to retire or have retired and are like, oh my gosh, is this enough? I don't know if this is enough, and have to continue working. My parents, for example. Okay, so that mindset, I was like, oh my goodness, because I was looking for another remote position, but I was looking for something that didn't exist. I was looking for more money, less hours. That exists here. So the wealthy, now think about the wealthy. And I'm not talking just like these huge name people or CEOs. Like, think about the people who are wealthy, that you just like random people who are wealthy, whether it be in like New York City in those high rises, or wherever in California or Chicago, like those people that you know are just super wealthy. They are probably doing something where they learned how to make money, and then they knew what to do with that money. Because we were in a lot of debt. We got in a bad situation when we bought our home. It was in the middle of COVID. We felt we were kind of cornered. And so we ended up going further into debt than we had anticipated. And we've only been in this house not even 5 years yet. I've already been able to pay off almost all of that debt. And that was 10-year plan of pinching pennies was our plan A. And then I discovered this, and in the last 2 years have been able to pay off almost all of it. So it's been life-changing, absolutely life-changing, not to mention we're going on trips. And like I said, people are like, you probably should have paid off the debt first. Yes, exactly. We're just living life here, okay? We've been able to go on trips, and we've been able to just breathe a little bit. And so we're learning like what to do with our money so that we don't have to worry about it. So back to that, like, long story short, that module 1 shifted my mindset, and I realized I was doing what I thought was right to get ahead, wealthy, and that was not the way to get wealthy. So that's module 1. That changed my life, because I was like, I have to figure this out, or I have to figure out a way to make more money, because you don't need to invest your time to make more money. I know that sounds wild. I know how that sounds, but now it's a lot easier for me to make healthy money choices that some aren't going to see that way because of what I've learned here from the wealthy. If you sit down with a poor person, they're going to tell you all about these things that are not going to, they're going to more so like complain. And I used to be like that. How much time you have to spend, how much taxes you have to pay, etc. If you sit down with a wealthy person, which I had an opportunity to do, like very wealthy people in January of this year, they're going to ask you where you're at and how they can help you get to the next step. And thankfully I was prepared to answer those questions. But if you're not ready to answer those questions, you're going to leave and you're going to do nothing. So there's like 2 totally different like mindsets in life. Get yourselves at the right tables. There was another question here. I'm going to say this wrong. I'm so sorry. Kinisesa 13. I'm so sorry. I see a lot of people are doing this, want to leave the corporate too. Honestly, it's not like I had corporate jobs that weren't terrible. The job I was working, I was burned out, but I was salary and I was being asked to do more, and not getting a raise. It was like, well, this is your salary. So I asked for a raise, and they said no. And so, anyways, it's a long story, but I was spending less and less time with my kids, and it was becoming like I'm throwing all this money at people to basically watch and raise my kids. And I'm like, I'm their mom. And I wasn't able to go to swim lessons. I wasn't able to go to practices. My son now plays hockey, which we weren't able to afford back then, but I wasn't able to be there with my kids like I wanted to. Or when I got home from work, it was, if you know that, like, it was instant dinner, witching hour, homework, get in the bathtub, get your butt in bed. And it was a lot of like anger. And then I felt like I had this much time to myself, which I would then go doom scroll instead of being productive because I was exhausted, and get up and do the same thing over and over and over. Can you imagine working a couple hours a day from home, double, triple, I've even quadrupled my former salary? It's not all, unicorns and rainbow farts and $1,000 days every day. But like in January, I made $20,000. So this month I feel like is a little bit more of a slower month, but because I had a really good January, like, I'm not worried now. And it's the market, it'll ebb and flow. So not to mention, I learned real fast that those positions, like in the corporate world, is not guaranteed. And I've seen that a lot more lately, like people, because I was afraid to say I got fired because I'm a hard worker and I'm a grinder, and like I don't call out, I don't use my PTO. And although that's like not healthy now that I look back, but I was like, it can be pulled from you so fast, and I was so scared to talk about it. But when I started talking about it, I actually realized there's quite a few people who have been in those shoes. And I feel like there's more and more lately with like things being cut back, AI taking over certain programs. So it's one of those things where like my plan B is your plan A. So my plan B, like if this didn't work out, fell through, wheels fell off, something happened for some reason, would be I can go get a job, right? But that's your plan A. What's your plan B? Right? That's what I would ask you. Because when I started realizing these things and had these epiphanies, I was like, ooh, I need help, right? I need to figure something else out. And I went into it like even a couple $100 a month. I just wanted to work less hours for man. And so Italian Shoe Girl says, yes, the 5-day is great. It really, really is. Thank you. It was, again, these are from the experts in the industry, and they are teaching this, and it will blow your mind. You're like, holy cannoli, I've been doing this wrong, and I'm 40, right? How did I get here? Mary Stover said, after you do the 5-day challenge, will I have to buy another level to get the full picture? No. So there are additional resources you can purchase, but they're not mandatory. Don't get stuck in the do I have to invest? Because simply She Dreams, I think I got that one right. I think I call you Shedbrums, didn't I one time? Now I got it. Okay. Does it take much money to start? What I want to tell you is so that money mindset right there, and I get it. I'm objective, throwing no shade. When you're worried about how much you might have to put at something, that comes from the poor mentality. And again, I'm not throwing shade. Whereas like I'm starting, and I still have that a lot often. Now that I've shifted towards the wealthy mentality, it's more of a like, ooh, what is that going to do for me? And how can I afford that? There's a lot of things I want in this space and resources that I'm like, I'm not at that level yet. But for $5, what you will learn is your mindset will shift. You'll blow your mind. And then they're going to show you the business model for $5, the business model that is tried and true in this space, and the 4 levels that you need for the rest of your life to build an online. I use the word business very loosely, because if you said the word business to me, I would have been like, I don't know if this is for me. That seems intense. Again, it's just you and yourself and working online. So don't let that overwhelm you. And then I have my free course. So if you comment Rise Up, you can grab my free course. And then I also give you a cheat sheet for free that in writing explains all of these things, gets your mind rolling, explains more about some of the software, some of the systems that you will learn about and how to set those up. And there's free options for those softwares. There's some that cost money and some that are free. And then there's, of course, additional resources that you can purchase, because we're talking a $5 course, right? You're also paired with a business plan advisor inside of the challenge, and they are insanely good experts. I'm not one of them. Insanely good experts, very successful in this space. They are going to help you build a business plan for your niche, personalized for you inside of that course. And so based on that, they may be like, hey, are you interested in these other resources that can help you? But here's the thing. This sounds cliche, but I mean it. I say it all the time because I mean it. It's not about how much you invest. It's about how much you put into it. It's what you do with the resources you have. Because at the end of the day, I know people who have spent $5 and who are crushing it in this space. And I'm so proud of them. Now, did they go on to buy more resources and be more successful and capitalize on that? Sure, but it was as they earned. Now, I know people, and again, I'm not trying to throw shade. This is just objective. I know people who have just thrown gobs of money at resources for this and are not making anything, because it's about what you do. It's about your drive and your ability to, honestly, the hardest part is showing up and staying consistent on social media. It takes me a few minutes to create a piece of content, to put it on social media. Jimmy Johns wants to know if I'm ready to order. No, thank you. But it takes a few minutes to put a piece of content together, especially after you learn how to do it. I had never created a reel. So took me a little bit to figure it out in the first place, but it's very user-friendly. And then, you know, it's not like every day these pieces of content are going to go wild and viral. As you show up consistently, and when you start to earn, you start to earn. So it's a really, really cool process. I am going to scroll a little bit here and see if there's any other questions. You guys have great questions. Yes, me too. I lost my job overnight. No warning. I so feel you. I know. And again, there's a lot of cutbacks going on. I know my husband in his last job, simply she dreams. I am a dreamer. Yes. When it's all the small letters and all one word, you're like, hang on, let me separate those. But there's a lot of cutbacks. In my husband's last job, they kept cutting people. And my husband was like, I mean, I could be that, like, and he's like, these poor people, because at any given time, he'd be like, oh, so-and-so left today. So-and-so got let go today. And I feel like I just hear more and more and more about it. And I'm like, well, this is terrifying, right? Okay, you guys are great. Okay, so I'm going to land this plane. I don't know if you know, thank you for joining me on Rise Up with Kim's Airlines today. I hope you've enjoyed your flight, but comment Rise Up. Grab that free masterclass. That, when you comment Rise Up, that is going to trigger my little Kim bot to send you a link to your DMs. You can go here, click on my little profile, and you're going to come follow me, and then you're going to go to your DMs where it says messages, your direct messages, and the link to watch that free masterclass is going to be right in there, and you're going to go watch it. And I usually do this as well because I just want to make you feel at ease. I'm going to show you when you click on that link that I send you. I just clicked on it. This is what's going to pop up, me when I'm actually ready for the day, and you're going to click right here on this pink button. I wish I could do this backwards. Okay. And it's going to ask you, what's your name and your email? Enter that baby so you can get that free cheat sheet. And then, am I scrolling the right way? Press play right here. Watch this free course. If you want to start the 5-day challenge, this button right here is how you do it. If you want to learn more about me, my story, it's in there. But that's exactly what happens when you click on that. She dreams, I totally answered that question. It just, how long it takes to see some results, it really depends. But when you rewatch this, I did explain that. And you can also send me a DM and I can respond with an audio and tell you more about that. But I already answered that question, so I'm not trying to turf you off. Also, I do have a backup account, and it's, if you go to my stories today, you can head over to, thank you for understanding, you can head over to my backup account too. Follow me there. When you have larger accounts on social media, I've learned there's like they use AI too, things that like trigger and will cut off notifying people, cut off comments, all kinds of stuff. So I like having a backup. So if I ever can't go live, I can go live over on that one. And so come follow me over there too, just so you don't miss anything. So follow me, go watch that course. DM me with your questions. If you've been sitting here silently watching, but you have questions, DM me. One-on-one conversation over there. I get it. I'm a silent watcher too. And then I go live every Tuesday at noon, either on this account or on my backup account. So that's why it's important to follow me, because I post when I'm doing that on those accounts. And so you can follow along doing that. And then if you are watching the replay, you can still comment Rise Up on this replay and you'll receive the link to watch that video. And I do post all of the replays here on my page. So when you go to my page, there's little white bubbles. One of them says lives, and all of my past lives are saved there. And this one will be uploaded shortly as soon as we end this. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this off and I will see you all next week on my next live. Thank you so much. Bye.